about to be underway. The technician, Todd Sexton, going one-on-one with Adrian Hawkins.
But, you know, Greg Hunter, I mean, Adrian Hawkins, former, NWA World Television Champion, the youngest television champion of all time, in there against a man who's had his share of gold, a guy who I personally don't like very well, but will not take away from his athletic ability. Of course, the technician, Todd Sexton. And the very young career of Adrian Hawkins could benefit from a match of this kind of magnitude with Todd Sexton.
Adrian Hawkins has had numerous matches of magnitude, but it has been quite some time since he competed solo on a regular basis. Generally seen with his tag team partner, Cool Seth DeLay. Adrian Hawkins really has not competed in that many one-on-one contests, whereas that is Todd Sexton's forte these days. One-on-one. Right now, Adrian Hawkins with the standing wrist lock applied, and Sexton, knowing exactly where he is called the technician for a reason, going to the ropes.
Well, Greg Hunter, for the last, few months, we've seen that Wes Grissom has been a thorn in the side of one Todd Sexton. Wes Grissom has cost Todd Sexton many opportunities, one for that television championship against Truett Fields. But the one thing about it is I can't say that Todd Sexton hasn't brought it up on himself with Wes Grissom. He ducked and dodged him for a little while and beat the kid around a little bit. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but once again, Todd Sexton has to look in the mirror and blame himself for a lot of his problems.
Well, Todd Sexton, who has had numerous issues with Wes Grissom over the past couple of months, a young man that at one point he took under his wing and then turned his back on. But right now he has his hands full with Adrian Hawkins, using that front chancellery to great effect and keeping the technician off balance. Todd Sexton breaks the grip and now has a standing wrist lock of his own applied. Rolling away from the pressure, relieving is Adrian Hawkins, now to his own standing wrist lock, and he continues to work over the arm of the technician, Todd Sexton. Normally, on an individual, you would say taking away a limb severely limits their offense. It does the same to Todd Sexton, but not as severely as one would think. He has a myriad of submission maneuvers in his arsenal, and of course, many variations with his legs, many kicking maneuvers, both the super kick and his running mafia kick, both devastating weapons in his arsenal as well, and you don't need an arm for those.
Well, Greg Hunter, the one thing is, you say with some people it severely limits them. With Todd Sexton, I don't think there's any limitation with it. If anything, I think it makes them that much more deadly, because it's just like when you lose one of your senses, your other senses get better. Like if you go blind, you can hear and smell better. If you lose your hearing, you can smell and see better. With Todd Sexton, you lose the arm, he could use the legs, and it makes him that much more deadly.
All right, now, Hawkins smartly going after the arm. He has picked out the point of the body that he wishes to go after, and I'm sure that Todd Sexton did not anticipate this. He's got a handful of tights, using that to back Hawkins towards the corner. Referee Brent Wiley administering his count. Sexton sends him to the corner, reversal, Hawkins sets up, Hawkins elevated, up, oh good Lord! Adrian Hawkins, former holder of that world's television title, as you mentioned, a title that Sexton himself has held on more than one occasion, and now another European uppercut, and now back to the elbows. Todd Sexton, we've seen it more and more and more over the past several weeks, varying his arsenal. Normally known as a technical submission wrestler, now going a lot more to striking maneuvers, impact, such as we see here with the repeated elbow strikes. Sexton, now back elbow, off the far side, and Adrian Hawkins catches him sleeping with that springboard, back elbow, nips back up to his feet. Sexton rushes in, inverted atomic drop. Hawkins, big clothesline, down goes Sexton.
Well, Greg Hunter, it is okay to be a master of one craft. But the thing about it is you want to be well-rounded. You do not want to be a slave to anything. You don't want to be a slave to any one thing.
Well, right now, Adrian Hawkins going after the technician. Sets him up, looking for a side Russian leg sweep perhaps, but Sexton fights away, sends him to the ropes. Big elbow shot, staggers, and again, super kick from Todd Sexton, cinches him up. German suplex and the bridge, and only a 2 count.
Well, I mean, Adrian Hawkins, like I said, he's a game competitor. He's the kind of guy, former television champion. You don't win that on accident, although I think Adrian Hawkins did win that on accident. But the thing about it is he's proven his worth over time here in NWA Anarchy. And maybe Todd Sexton's in the ring right now thinking he could have just cakewalked over this kid because he has been in tag team competition for so long.
Well, the enziguri dims the headlights of Todd Sexton. And now, big snap suplex from Adrian Hawkins. Hawkins now to his feet, heading up here to the high rent district is Adrian Hawkins. Sexton is on his feet. Bulldog headlock by Hawkins. Hooks the near leg. 2. And the outside leg on the ropes. Once again, Sexton knowing exactly where he is.
Greg Hunter, although the styles may not be the same, the situations are very similar for Adrian Hawkins and Todd Sexton. Todd Sexton was in similar...
Oh, wait a second here. Looking for the extreme makeover. And instead fought away. Sexton rushes in, back elbow. Hawkins mounts the ropes again. The foot got caught. Dragon screw from the top.
Well, like I was going to say is that Adrian Hawkins right there, the running kick, and that could be it, Greg Hunter.
It could be. 1, 2, and that, he had his foot on the ropes.